Happy Valley is the best amusement park for thrills in the Beijing area. This park features 6 roller coasters, including a trio from Balger and Mabillard. On top of that, the park also has some big water rides, some interesting flat rides, and even some dark rides. In this video, I'll rank this park's top 15 rides and attractions I have personally experienced. Some notes before starting. 1. This list will only include rides from the amusement side. This park does have the sizable Playa Maya water park, which includes a water coaster, but I focused on the dry park because I only had a half day here. 2. This park operates year-round, meaning rides will inevitably be closed for maintenance at points. I missed out on the top spin inverting pendulum for that reason. That is why neither ride will show up on this list. 3. I was unable to experience Extreme Rusher. This S&S air launch coaster has unfortunately been closed for almost 3 years. This is due to an accident on a similar ride at Happy Valley Shenzhen. From those who have ridden it, this ride features one of the strongest launches in the world and some hills with powerful ejector airtime. This likely would have been my favorite ride in the park, so hopefully it can reopen one day. Starting off the list at number 15 is Magic Drift. This is a skater-style flat. These rides have some fun whip and weightlessness if you're on the ends of the vehicle, and this one is plussed by the lights of the indoor area. Number 14, Flying Shark Team. This is a Zamperla air race. This too is in the indoor area, so it's a bit more disorienting than usual, and the bevy of inversions offer a little hang time over the top. Number 13, Jungle Racing. When I experienced this coaster, it was a Vekoma mine train. It was nearly identical to Calamity Mine at Walibi, Belgium. The track wove through a temple, traversing a series of OK turns. Since my visit though, a new mine train coaster is built by Jinma Rides, but I've heard that ride is similar in terms of the layout, forces, and visuals, so it probably would rank similarly. Number 12, Family Inverted Coaster. This is essentially a clone of the Vekoma 395-meter layout, just like Freedom Flyer Kavastan, except this one was built by Balger and Mabillard. I think this version offers enhanced forces, as the turns and helixes offer decent positive Gs as you glide above the midway. And unlike some of the newer B&M family inverts, this one is glossy smooth. Number 11, Deep Sea Vortex. This is a Zamperla Frisbee. This is relatively small for the genre, but it is positioned on the edge of a raised platform in the indoor area, so it feels taller than it really is. This one features a large quantity of solid airtime pops. Number 10, Apollo Chariot. This is a Huss Giant Frisbee. The cycle is shorter than the prior ride in this list, but this ride has superior power. The max swings offer nice sustained floater airtime at the apex, plus some lovely views of the park. Then the downswings offer impressive speed and positive Gs. Number 9, Space Shuttle. This is one of 2 S&S drop towers at this park. Both are roughly 200 feet tall. This is a space shot model that blasts you up. The initial launch is okay, but you get some great lifter airtime at the top. That is the highlight, and the view overlooking the park and city is fantastic. Number 8, Happy World. This is a delightful Disney knockoff boat ride. I have seen some people call it Timu It's a Small World. Picture that ride crossed with Carnival Festival at Efteling. You pass different countries with 2D cutouts and different character props. Sometimes from an IP that I'm sure the park did not get permission to use. I find it funny this ride even exists, and it is a super long experience as well. Number 7, Odyssey. This is a massive Shoot the Chutes ride from Hopkins with an extended layout. This one has some dark ride scenes. I love the large characters, but I wish they had some motion and audio. Then there are 2 zippy drops, each with a tiny pop of airtime in the back. The second is particularly sweet because it is twice as tall as usual for this type of ride. Then the final splash is gargantuan and completely drenching. Number 6, Joyful Wind and Firewheel. This is a Zamperla Power Surge. These are super disorienting rides. The ride performs several flips anyway, but the rocking vehicles add some tenacity and variability to each revolution. Number 5, Falling Tower. This is the park's other S&S drop tower. This is a turbo drop that slowly lifts you to the top. This gives you way more time to take in the amazing view than the space shuttle. Then the drop is suspenseful and offers a good pop of airtime at the start. Number 4. Golden Wings over the snowfield. This is a Vekoma SLC, but this one is different than usual. For one, it features the Shenlin layout, which can be found on Kumali at Flamingo Land. 2. It tracks better. The Cobra roll is violent, so watch your head there, but the rest of the ride is fairly smooth. That makes it possible to appreciate the inversions and helixes, which have nice power to them. Number 3. Yarlung Zangbo River Rafting. This is a very long river rapids ride from Intamin. This one interestingly features 2 drops. Neither are super tall, but they are steep. Then the rest of the layout has plenty of rapids, and there are a ton of sprayers adjacent to the midway. Expect locals to be manning them at all times, so you're very likely to come off this ride soaked, unless you purchase a poncho. Number 2. Crystal Wing. This is a Baljar Mabillard flying coaster that features the same layout as Superman Ultimate Flight at the Six Flags parks. But this installation is far better because of the theming. This ride wraps around and through a giant themed mountain that would not feel out of place at a Disney park. This makes the tamer turns in the second half far more exciting. Then, per usual, the final inline twist is solid, and the pretzel loop is incredible. This element has some of the craziest positive G's on the planet. And coming in number 1 is Flight of the Himalayan Eagle music roller coaster. This is a Baljar Mabillard mega coaster. It doesn't quite reach the 200-foot mark, but this one has a fun layout running through the Shangri-La area and over the water. This one also uniquely features a series of banked hills and banked camelbacks. This does eat into the negative G's though, but you still get decent sustained floater airtime on most hills. The airtime just is not as pronounced as Hyper's with straighter hills. And as a bonus, this ride's plussed by some groovy onboard audio. If you want more in-depth thoughts about either of the park's top 2 coasters, I have separate reviews already published to the channel. Those are my 15 favorite rides at Happy Valley Beijing as of my visit in 2025. China does have a 20-year rule for amusement rides. At that point, rides either need extensive maintenance or a costly risk assessment. Some parks in China have chosen to remove and replace rides with something new instead. They could either replace something with a similar ride, like we saw at this park with jungle racing, or add an entirely different ride, which we've seen some other parks in the country. Since Happy Valley Beijing is at the 20-year mark, it is possible this park's ride lineup could see quite a bit of turnover in the next few years, so keep your eyes peeled. What are your thoughts on this park's ride lineup? Let me know down in the comments. If you enjoyed this countdown, I would appreciate it if you gave this video a like, and you consider subscribing, because there'll be a lot more roller coaster and amusement park videos here at Canopy Coaster. Thanks for watching.